last year. Still on that board, but Reinhart's at the top. Here's Forster at the draw. Rebound! They score! Noah Cates follows up the shot.
I did.
There's a storm brewing.
Storm brewing
tonight.
Yeah, we don't want that. They're trying to fly. Here's a shot. High. Connecting the rebound. They score! Forster tried to center it again. Blocked by Aho. Brink to Forster. Around, back to Brink again. Centers, shot, score! Travis Sanheim! As the Panthers had to change their backup situation. Forster, nice steal, the shot, he scores! Verhaeghe dropping it back off the mark. Konechny, he's got Couturier. The breakaway for the captain. He scores! Bennett runs him over as he went a long way to get to him. Zegras then crunched into by Bennett. Got it in front, Couturier. He scores! What a setup! Passes it, and Dvorak was checked. Konechny gets it back to Couturier. Out to Sanheim for the shot. They score! Frau sends it in. Sanheim is back. Up the wall. Zegras, nice touch pass to Tippett. Tippett gets those legs moving. Tippett to the line. Tippett waits, fires, and scores! To Konechny. Konechny banks it to Couturier. Couturier into the middle. It's Juleson off for the shot. They score! That's Bay Michkov. Pass tipped by Dvorak. He gathers, drops it off Zegras quickly across Tippett. The shot, save, lost it, rebound. Tippett pokes it free, tried to bank it in. He scores! And now Drysdale emerges to center with the pass to Forster. Forster right up the gut off to Cates. Cates waits, holds, fires, and scores! Is checked by Couturier, lost it, and now Sealer in front, tipped in, they score! And he's behind Brink with that pass. Now Forster to Brink, back to Forster, he holds, waits, fires, and scores!
Right, Tippett.
Here is Michkov moving up, stops, goes across, Samula holds, waits, in front, Konechny, he scores! Here's York, dealing it off. Cross Zegras. Zegras, the move, then back out. York takes the shot. Score! Forster in front, perhaps getting a piece. Cleared up and out. Back by the Flyers. York for Tippett. Tippett to Couturier. Back to Tippett. Send it in front. They score! Konechny whacking away. And on cue, those two come together. Tippett rifles the puck into the Ottawa zone. Is off on a change. Konechny stays out. His pass goes back to shot. Forster. He scores! Zegras for a 2-on-1, but again, the puck didn't go through. Dvorak's got it now to Michkov, across for Zegras. Zegras centering it in front, and Dvorak scores! Dvorak roaring in, checked, bats at the puck, got it back to Zegras for the shot. He scores! And there it is, #1 in the orange and black. And now Brink turns toward the net. Brink fires, save, rebound, save! Sorokin off of Zegras. They continue to dig, they score!
Tried to sauce one through. Konechny knocked it down. And Brink speeding out of the box, and the Flyers come on the rush. Konechny, a shot. Score!
And Zegras furthers it to Michkov. He's got a man all over him. Blankenberg knocks him down. Michkov stays with it. Hands off to Zegras. Zegras to the slot. The shot. He scores! Drysdale for Zegras. Zegras turns and fires that one. Deflected back behind the net. Michkov. Michkov. Centered shot. Score! Jamie Drysdale!
Both of these, both power play goals came from this group.
Cates wins it cleanly to York. Cross ice shot. They score! Cover Zegras remains red hot. He's stoned. Stamkos. Flyers move it up. Konechny takes the return feed. He's got the empty net. He makes the move. He has it. He fires and he scores! To the lineup as well. As he sends that puck in, he's playing with Travis Konechny and Christian Dvorak. Dvorak the shot. He scores! And that line goes right to work. 2.5 minutes to play in the third. Michkov in, he stops, got that puck across to Zegras, turns, passes, Forster shot, he scores!
Gets into position.
Not that time, Konechny off the draw, beats Wolf, and the Flyers are on the board, it's 2-1. All the way out to the line, switches spots with York, and then behind the back, pass to York, shot, he scores! Trevor Zegras with more setup magic. Flyers get all jumbled up at the line. They'll spread out now. Konechny drops it off Grabenkin. Grabenkin to the slot. The shot, score! Nikita Grabenkin is first in the National Hockey League. sent flying from the seat of his pants. The pass to Couturier, who goes cross ice with room over there is York. York holds. He's checked. Centered it in front of the net. They score! But it bounces away from Bobby, and Shea will play it, but it's flagged down by Konecny. Konecny knocks another one down. His pass is to Drysdale. All kinds of room. The shot. Save. Rebound. They score! Cates! This one controlled cleanly by the Flyers in York. And he'll get air underneath at the center. Dvorak hasn't landed his feet. Drops it back. Konecny takes a shot at the empty net and scores! Shot from there by Dvorak. It makes its way around behind. Michkov trying to get himself some space. Does. Michkov to the slot. The shot. He scores! Drysdale out to Sealer and across. Zegras holds a shot. Save rebound. Drysdale. He scores! Back to Michkov. Takes things under his own control there. Moves it back to York. Has it again. Fires and scores! Stab it to Sanheim up the wall for Zegras. Zegras got it ahead. And here's Dvorak. He's got Tippett with him. Dvorak will drop it back to Zegras. Zegras with a shot. He scores! Dvorak comes up with it. Dvorak out to the point. Shot Juleson blocked. Bounces free. Tippett a deflection. Save, and if you rebound, they score! Good play here by Tippett. He holds. He waits. He goes back out. Andre hammers one. Score! Zegras was in front. Pitch it out to the neutral zone. Back to play it as Kessel's down. He goes. Tippett centers it in front. Dvorak shot. He scores! Comes back out toward Andre. He gets to Tippett. Tippett to the point. Juleson across Zegras. Zegras in the middle. Tippett shot. He scores! They're down 4 here. This puck bounces into the slot. They joust for it. Comes through and they score! Christian Dvorak. Forster behind the net hoping for Cates. Cates tucked it to Konecny, who could not ram it home from the angle. Now it's Andre. Andre deals it out. Forster the shot. He scores! Konecny should get to the puck. They'll get it back to Sanheim, and the Flyers have the advantage. Sanheim in with Couturier. Sanheim the shot. He scores! Travis Sanheim wins. Lavico. Flyers get it back. Here's Konecny to Cates in front. Jad that by Allen. Goes out to Zamula for a shot. Save and rebound. They score! Noah Cates!
It feels like we've been home an awful lot. Yeah.
But you know what that means. Eventually it means you're going to be on the road a lot. Here's a pass to Michkov. He's got a step. In on goal. He scores! So now he scored more than 30 goals in his first 100 games. Flyers looking for more. Cates to Forster. He scores! That's getting it done quickly. Here's Cates. They come back in for more. Now Forster again. He scores! Centers it. And the shot from Brown is blocked. Puck poked ahead. Tippett springs Zegras. He's got the breakaway. He scores! Got it out to Drysdale. Drysdale looking for some room. Holds, waits. Room never came. He plays it back to Andre along the line. He'll fire. One score!
Is staring at Michkov, which tells me that it gets tipped on the way in. Oh, yeah, it does. Michkov's goal. You can see Bobrovsky after it went in.
York this way, Sanheim. Sanheim waits. He holds. Back out. Forster shot blocked. Down goes a Panther. Forster waits. Fires again. And he scores! Tyson Forster! Sends it around to Couturier. They're happy keeping the puck down here as Marchand will move it ahead, but only as far as Dvorak. Down low. Couturier. He tips it home. They score! Back behind him and gets away from him. Now uses that great skating abilities. Sanheim off on the left side. Handcuffed Konecny. He just throws it to the middle. Tipped away, but then Forster gets to it. The shot, and he scores! Into the wall by Juleson. Michkov got the puck. He'll play it at, hoping for Brink, but it's D'Angelo instead. He turns it over to Couturier, who shot. He scores! Wait some more. Deeks, the shot! And it didn't go as Riddick somehow stayed with it. Now Zegras turns. Zegras holds center. They score! Hammers it off the glass. Out into center. Flyers find it. Here's a pass to Dvorak. Dvorak in the middle. Tippett, he scores! And there it is! Who's got a man? Konecny out in center. Out of the box. Jumps Michkov. The pass to him. And he is stopped in tight. Now they score! It rolled through as Michkov. Couturier got caught up at the side of the net. Konecny picks up the puck. Out to York. York sidesteps the Neville. Flips it up. Konecny the shot. He scores! Sanheim bodied. Tippett picks up the puck. Turbocharge time. Tippett through center. Tippett moving in. The pass to Zegras. The shot. He scores! Nemitz is waiting for it. Then it's blocked. Tripped up was Tippett. Penalty upcoming. And there's the whistle. Will it be a goal? Because he was all alone going to an empty net when he was tripped up.
They're saying.
Here's Zegras holding on. Zegras sends it down low to Konecny. Konecny to Forster. Forster, the shot. They score! Michkov at the side of the net.
Here's Michkov for Philadelphia. Now Konecny, 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Konecny shoots and scores. Now Sanheim back out from Tippett for Konecny. Konecny back out. Sanheim. Zegras. Score! Deflection! Here's Couturier. Penalty expires. Krebs out of the box. Brink towards the net. Score! On the redirect. The Flyers.
What you do with the puck and decisions in certain areas, the offensive zone blue line to allow the forecheck.
Here's Tippett. Stopped by Ellis. Score!
He's been hot, piling up the points of late. Gets it back out. Juleson, a wind and blast. Score! Couturier may have redirected that. Bolton waits, setters, goes all the way in on goal. Save made. Harrison kicked it out of there. And now Andre looking to spring Konecny. He's got him now. Konecny cutting in. He scores! Foley was in front. Puck didn't get to him. Konecny will flip it up. Zegras had it bounce off of him. Dvorak gets to it and on goal. He scores! Flyers looking for that elusive first goal for their fourth line. Sanheim, a shot is blocked. Bounces to Sealer for a shot. They score! He'll try to.
Great job by the Flyers just managing the puck.
Brink across. Cates the shot. He scores! Goodrow fouled him to the ice. Konecny flips it ahead. 2-on-1 with the empty net. Konecny looking past the whole way. Now he'll take the shot and he'll score!
To play. They're prepared for 7:08 puck drop or whatever time it is. Score! Off the draw, Noel Acciari, his first.
Zegras finds Sanheim in the high slot, controls the puck. Backdoor score! What a pass by Sanheim! Tape to Zegras.
Off on the left side, Zegras makes the move. Hands off to Drysdale. Drysdale went to the side of the net with that pass. Now Konecny center, Zegras, he scores! Eric Stahl, Jeff Skinner. Fires with a 2-on-1. Grundstrom with the puck. Grundstrom the shot. He scores! An immediate response. Michkov and now Zegras again. Drysdale to Zegras. Waiting, looking. Drysdale will take the shot. Score! May have been directed. Zegras in the middle, eluded Cates, goes to Sanheim, quick shot, save rebound in front, bounces free, cross ice, Zegras, he scores! Flyers intercept this one, and Sanheim moves up, plays it off on the right side behind Tippett. Couturier gets it back to Tippett, in front of the shot, they score! Davidoff could not handle that pass, he races over to get to it, tries to make a move, Flyers are on it and have a 2-on-1. Zegras and Konecny. Konecny holds to Zegras, and on goal, he scores! Dvorak teed it up for Couturier. Couturier dropped it back to Dvorak, across to Konecny, fires for the empty net, and scores! Perfect work from face-off to goal.
And learn how to protect the lead. They've certainly struggled when they have held leads late in games.
Bobby Brink attack. Shot, score! Noah Cates. Zegras to Brink. Good motion here by the Flyers. Beautiful play. Bjork score! Zegras reverses. Konecny's been out there a while. He's got to be getting tired. But he wants it. He gets it. He shoots it and he scores!
43 seconds remaining in this power play. Tippett plays it out on the right side. Denver Barkey getting power play time. He's got the puck. Deals to Sanheim for the shot. He scores! There's York backhanding one that's knocked down. Barkey after that bucket. He's got it. Got it through to Tippett. Tippett a shot. He scores! Barkey has his second NHL. Noah Cates, who's been improved in his face-offs here in recent games, wins this one. Got it to Drysdale across. One-time shot. They score! Zegras the blast!
He's going to take a couple glances as Chris Letang will move it up ice. Skips it in the air. May have Acciari here. He's got him. Acciari opens up. Scores!
Gravenkin will catch up to the puck. Drop it back for Obels. Obels grabbed by Sessoma. Got away from him. Back to Andre for the drive. They score! Gravenkin went to the net. May have deflected it. Got it to Gravenkin. Gravenkin moves with the puck. Plays it to himself along the wall. Gravenkin around behind. Centered it. Grundstrom save. Rebound. They score! Grundstrom gets his own rebound. Christian Dvorak up the middle, off of the right side. Konecny into the middle. York back to Konecny. Konecny into the middle. Zegras a shot! And he goes off of Demko up high, and then they score! Pettersson, I should say. Now the Flyers have it. Here's Tippett. Oh, great move! Tippett in on goal! He scores! Off of the right side, Garland. He'll turn back with it. 1:16 to play. That's intercepted. Cates will get it to Michkov for the empty net. He scores!
That green shot was the only one registered on the power play for Chicago. Zegras out front, back door, they score! Travis Konecny. Trevor Zegras hangs onto it. Just lays it out in the middle of the ice. Now Drysdale from the left circle, down low, backhand Konecny, and they score! And Spencer Knight is quickly going to the bench just as the Hawks bring it out of the zone, and with an empty net waiting, Grundstrom will put it away.
Pass deflects away. Mazat digs it free. Back to the point. A shot from St. Ivany. Wide back in front. Score! Achari!
Here's Obels with it. Less than 2 minutes to play. Finds Grundstrom. Grundstrom with a shot! And I thought it was in. They say it went off the crossbars.
Half of the first period, more physical than we've seen in a long time.
Here's Michkov to Cates for a shot. He scores! Noah Cates on cue! Flyers keep the puck, though. They're aligned, so the Canucks can't get the full change. Here's Grundstrom after the puck. Grundstrom the shot. He scores! Our had the answer. Here's Zegras. He's had great numbers against the Canucks in his career. Back out Drysdale. It's a pass down low. Save rebound. Konecny scores! They center it in front. Save rebound. Hit a body. Bounces all the way out to center ice. It's a race. Tippett will win that race. Tippett with the empty net. Fires and scores! Takes out with it. His pass tipped. That goes to Konecny. Back to Zegras. Zegras will float it ahead for Dvorak. He has the empty net. And he'll just guide it in. And that should put it away. For Zegras in the middle, Dvorak. Off of the right wing, Konecny. Back for Dvorak. Goes in a goal. Sits in the blue. And they score! It deflected. Barkey's outlet on the tape to Sean Couturier. He'll sift it through to Tippett. Oh, and Tippett back in front. Barkey. He scores! Denver Barkey gets his first National Hockey League goal. Right out into the open for Couturier. He'll take the shot. Save Pickard. He'll swat it to the board. Centered back in front for Couturier. Shot. Oh, what a save by Pickard. Now it's Sanheim with a shot. He scores! The Eagles are everywhere. The Eagle fans certainly are. Here's Sealer. A shot. Score! Nick Sealer says, why not? Flips one toward the net. It finds its way through. Scramble for the puck. Flyers win that battle and get it out to center. Looking for it in center and getting to it is Tippett. Swerves, fires, and scores!
He's charted himself a pretty good career from that point forward. Here's Achari in, shoots, and scores! Oh, this line again!
Konecny tried to get it back to Zegras. It didn't work, but following up is Dvorak. Dvorak up to Zegras, and he scores! Trevor Zegras! Barreling in. Tippett makes the move, swings, circles, holds. Puck deflected back. Here's York. The pass, the shot, and they score! Zegras again! Penalties. No Bobby Brink to start the period, though, on the bench for the Flyers. Benkin centers that one. It comes back out to Cam York. He'll wrist one. Score! The draw here to the left. Lucas Dostal. One. Sanheim leads it, and it scores! So, he got that much done. I'm not sure that was his intent, but it worked. Now it's Steele. Here's Grebenkin. He'll fire and score! Hill sent it skimming into the Leafs zone. Sanheim after it. Dvorak picks it up. Dvorak holds. Centers. Konecny shot. He scores! It's a fun day for sure. It'll be here before you know it. Flyers win the draw. Tippett scores! He may have a problem with his mask. The other way go the Flyers is Dvorak. Dvorak the shot. He scores! They solve Johansson. The Flyers are on the board.
They do a fantastic job of avoiding that puck.
Here's Tippett. The drag to shoot, and he scores! Drysdale at the top of the zone. Tippett down low. Konecny. Back door, they score! Banked in off the skate of Zegras.
And weaponize some of that cap space in the offseason.
Sealer scores! And Hathaway heads off for a change.
He's still looking back. Hathaway.
Moving in, Barkey, that shot, score! Barkey with a terrific pass to set up Michkov.
Who are out long term, and that certainly has had something to do with their struggles. Here's Zegras moving up, good pass into the middle, connecting the shot, he scores! He's getting help with Sanheim, a 2-on-1 develops, short-handed rush. Konechny with the puck, Konechny waits, to Sanheim, he scores! Short-handed goal for the Flyers. The third, Flyers trying to do that here. Tippett to Zegras, Zegras in the backhander, save Martin, rebound, Barkey denied, rebound Tippett off a skate to Zegras, he scores!
Cut in half. Big one for me is no 5-on-5. Oh!
Zach Aston Reese!
Drops it off, that's stolen, and it's Travis Konechny with the breakaway. In and goal, he scores! There's your first goal for the Flyers. Eichel carries in, dropped it back. It's Konechny who steals. He's got the short-handed breakaway for the lead. He scores! Zegras has it, in along for Konechny. All the way out to the line with it. Got it in the slot, the shot, the save, made rebound, they score! Cam York! Down by Noel Juleson. Juleson will lift it out to center, and there's Konechny. Konechny to Dvorak. He's got a lane, and on goal! He scores! And Zegras is able to poke it back, 3-2 Drysdale. So Zegras in traffic, hands off to Dvorak. Dvorak with some room, takes the shot, save, rebound, he scores! And Barkey moves the puck ahead to Owen Tippett. Flyers gain the line, Tippett stops, pops, blocked up, comes back to him, shot, he scores! Michkov back to Barkey, and now York. This way to Tippett. Walks the line, gets it to Michkov. Michkov to Barkey for the shot. He scores! Goes cross ice, that's flagged down. Played ahead, here's Tippett again. Barkey goes to the net. Tippett the shot, he scores! Puck ends up on Gerard's stick. He'll play it around behind Hathaway. After that one, he got it back to the point. Andre, quick shot, deflection, score! Matvei Michkov with a... He'll move it all the way out to Makar. Cross ice pass, beautiful play by Tippett. Steals it, he's got the short-handed breakaway. Tippett, the shot, he scores! Konechny from dangerous area. This one's stolen by Konechny. Gets the red line, hands off to Michkov. He's gonna fire it, and they score!
Puck sent across by Juleson. Here's Konechny with some room. He scores! Marchman out of the box. Oh, that one trickles through the crease on a deflection.
Dvorak, I think, got the tip.
Here's Dvorak back out for Konechny. Scores! Fans thought the Flyers may have had too many men. Sanheim in front. Score!
Off to Konechny, he'll float it in the middle for Grebenkin. Grebenkin shot, and the save by Swayman. Grebenkin then a big hit on Kastlik, and the puck comes free to Konechny, who fires and scores! Zadorov a shot, that one rides high off the glass, all the way out to center, it's a race, Konechny's on it, Travis Konechny in on goal, save, rebound, they score! Grebenkin! Last two nights. Tippett for Michkov, Flyers with their third power play. Drysdale, it's Tippett for the shot, save, rebound, Barkey kept it alive, it bounces, did it go in? It did, Michkov. Will gain the line, flip it off for Dvorak, he is quickly checked, but good support from Brink across to Konechny. Konechny looks at the net, goes back across, Brink back to Zegras, he scores! Christian Dvorak gets this puck around behind the net. Grebenkin picks it up. Grebenkin to the point, wrists the line and a shot, deflection, score!
Slides the puck into the right wing corner. Back to the right point, Clifton keeps it onside. Lazada cross shot, score! Achari roops it! And you talked about it at the end of the period as Kulak drives the net, stuffs it in front, save quick, off the post, score! The rebound! Another goal for the fourth line of Pittsburgh. It looked like it was poked home, weak side by Achari.
Was around behind the net, takes it out the other side. Michkov holds across for Sanheim, back across ice, here's Tippett, he scores! He's on the case. Here's Grunstrom moving up for the Flyers. Grunstrom a shot, deflection, score! Here's Zegras back, Drysdale leans into one, they score! Power play goal gives the Flyers the lead. All the way across, just out of the reach of Konechny. Chekrin will fire, blocked in front, played all the way down and into the empty net for the goal. Rasmus Ristolainen with the dagger. 1:20 on the clock. Zegras out toward the line, running out of room, but he drops it back now. Brink across Drysdale. Drysdale the shot. He scores! Played up but not out. Here's Michkov going back across ice, holding his Brink. He plays it to the point. The shot. They score! It squeezes through. Cates may have gotten his stick on it.
Down to the final seconds of this Flyer power play. Down low, they score. The Bronze with Finland. Konechny managed to get it out. Here's Zegras with some help with Dvorak. Zegras scores! It didn't get all the way through to the net. Here comes Michkov. He scores! Matvei Michkov wins it and over.
For a dad, a dream come true.
Yep, it's great succession right there.
Bouncing puck out in front of Swayman. Score! Konechny! Room for Sealer. Gets a return. Konechny into the slot. Drysdale walks it in, shoots, score! Stick lift by Geekie, taken back by Cates. Here's the outlet to Couturier from center ice. Scores!
York to Barkey into the slot. Cates shot, save, rebound. They dig for it, and they score! They just kept digging away in front. Michkov kept it alive, but he could not get it past Stolarz. Now Brink centering. Cates the shot. He scores! Noah Cates! Tang takes Zegras to the wall. The puck pops free. Cleared up but not out. A good keep by York. Got it down low to Zegras. Into the slot. The shot and they score! Owen Tippett! Get it across the line. Hoists one deep to Pittsburgh ice. Trying to get after it is Dvorak. It's centered out in front. Bump a shot. He scores! Alex Bump in his NHL debut has his first National Hockey League goal. Told by Pittsburgh. There's a breakup by Drysdale. The Flyers keep it in. Cates to Michkov in front. Markey score! And now it's Tippett turning. Down low, Michkov. Got it to Zegras. Drysdale one-timer save. Rebound. They score. Michkov. Couturier ties up a man. Drysdale digs the puck out of there. Moves it to York. York in for Glendening. He's taken to the boards by Borgen. They get it out in front of Couturier. Score.
Raquel passing to Rust. Here's Chinakhov back to Rust. Shoots. Deflected in. They score. That pinballed around, but it got past Anderson. And the Penguins have more than a pulse. Noel Acciari. Dirt.
Around the draft. Around free agency. Then pass. Konechny moves in. Scores! Chychrun absorbs the hit. Tippett knocks this puck free, and he has a step. He has Zegras with him. Tippett back to Zegras. Scores! Opens. Sips one to goal off the right pad of Thompson. Follow-up pad save. Wraparound chance from Cates. Up top shot. Score! Strome to pick it up. Trying to feed it through Ovechkin. It's picked off. Dvorak hands it off. Tippett through the neutral zone. His shot trickles in.
Oh, and Tippett. Force that puck free. Sanheim gets to it. Moves it to Grundstrom and now Tippett. In across the line. And wind and blast and score! Their defenseman, Sealer, gets to Dvorak. Dropping it off. Off the bench is Andre. He'll take the shot. I thought it went in, but it went off the post.
Dvorak, I believe, up front. The goal scorer from last game. Andre fires that one through.
It's in.
Alex Bump.
He gets it free. Good work by Noel Acciari. Back to the point for Carlson. Across it comes Wotherspoon. Shoots, looking for a stick. It's loose in front. They score! Noel Acciari! Dewar back in. Spitting off the check from Manson. Comes in front. Soderblom back door. Score! Acciari knocks it in.
Out of his skates and then back down low for Tippett. Tippett tried to center that, but was blocked by Trouba. She played it up, but not out. Shot deflects to Tippett. He scores! Cates with a puck. Flyers trying to finish it here. Cates waits, holds, dekes to Michkov. He couldn't finish it, and now Cates scores! Played in his 600th game last night. Bump moves it in the middle, and now here's Konechny with a shot. He scores! Travis Konechny with a laser.
After the trade deadline, you only get 5 recalls. However, if you have injuries to players, you can have an emergency recall.
That puck sitting at the goal line. Cates. Michkov After that puck, good job to get it back on the wall to Cates. Cates to Sanheim for a shot. Score! May have deflected in front.
Change the angle, go back against the grain. I know why he was passing it to Tippett, but you know, you're in that area. I think putting the puck to the net probably is the best play.
Here's Tippett cutting in the shot. He scores! Konecny, Zegras, and now Michkov. Into the middle, Konecny. Cross ice, the shot. They score! The power play. Marked by Tippett. Plays it down low, back out to him. All the way across, read by Sanheim. He'll try for the empty net. All the way down it goes. Bullseye! And so no icing. 37 seconds. There's a steal, and Noah Cates.
And the crowd loves that here in Philadelphia. That's right up their alley. Long shot through traffic. Greaves a save. Rebound, score!
Dumped away from Beniers. Here comes Noah Gregor with foot. 2-on-1 develops for the Panthers. Gregor for foot in front. Score! Foot finishes it off.
You have no lanes. And listen to the crowd. Yes. Frustrating for sure. So shot and a score! And it's a one-goal game.
As Christian Dvorak moves the puck along for Travis Konecny, who has been putting up points with regularity against the Blackhawks. Turnover in front, and Buck scores! Flyers have now scored the game's first goal. Get this, Bush, in 4 of the last 5 games. They're trying something new and different. Here's a steal and a shot. They score! Rise there for Tippett, and now Zegras. Back for Tippett to Zegras. With some room, Zegras the shot. Save, rebound, they score! Slam dunk for Barkey. Will hang on to it and then backhand it up to Bump, who slugs it through center to Michkov. Michkov then centers. He's got Cates in on goal. He scores! Left out the puck to Cates. Couldn't quite cut in front. Does free the puck back up though. Noah Cates, good strong work to Tippett. Tippett in front. They score! Dvorak
runs into Carlson, who stole the puck from him. Erik Karlsson dancing. Shot from Soderblom. Score! Acciari! Dirty work in front, and the Penguins have
signed that 1-year deal and then a 5-year re-up in January.
Here's Tippett. He scores right through Gibson. McLellan about to bring it before the game. I made the assertion, I think he's underappreciated, and McLellan agreed. Tippett scores! Cross ice, Konecny hoping for a tip. It comes back to Zegras. Konecny again through Falk, tipped up high. Gibson is sprawling. They score!
He would love to stir it up like that. That's right up his alley, and the Flyers. Oh man,
oh boy. Tippett, another move, and he scores! Owen Ristolainen had to set himself, didn't get it out. Raymond sends it back in. Now Tippett with an empty net. Couturier scores!
It's Michkov. 18 seconds left on the power play. His pass was tipped. Konecny gets it back to Michkov. Another puck is tipped. Now Konecny, the wraparound, he scores! Zegras hit that post earlier in the game. Moves on up. Takes a look. Give him some room. Takes a shot and scores!
Seider back in his own zone. A ton of pressure again. Soderblom and Acciari, and Soderblom's got it. Back to Shea. Shoots. Loose in front. Score! Acciari!
Continuing his career season as a Flyer. In across the line. Off to Konecny on the left wing. Back out. Quick shot. Sanheim, he scores! And they get that goal! Right there is York. He'll bounce it back into the Washington zone, goes all the way to Thompson at the side, and then fires, then steals. Zegras centers it in front, and they score! This is that mistake with a great play. Now it's 2-on-1. Martone moving up. He's got Konecny with him, trying to get in the pass. Deflects back to center. To Konecny. Oh, he couldn't finish it off. Comes back out in front, and they score! Flyers get it back. Can they keep it in? Yes. Ristolainen swerves to the middle. Ristolainen trying to line up a shot. Fires. Deflection. Score! Denver Barkey. Travis Sanheim, well over 9 minutes of ice time in that first period. One hands it towards Zegras. Zegras out for Tippett. Fan on the one-timer. Forced to the shot. He scores! Zone here. That puck deflects right across the blue. Konecny has it. Touch pass into the middle. Comes back to Martone. In across the line he goes. Sends it in front. They score! Toward the line. Throws it across. Chop away from Polky. Here goes Tippett. Tippett to Sanheim. Sanheim holds to Tippett. He scores! Oh, transition hockey, baby! Cates Cates will get it in the corner. Michkov back across looking for bump. He's out of his reach. Now he's got it with lots of room. Turns, fires. He scores! A laser from bump.
I'll never forget that. I hold grudges.
Here's a loose puck. Michkov a swat at it. Then he tries to bake it in. He scores! Michkov bakes it in off of Sorokin. Get it back to Michkov. They turn, and now they find Sanheim, who fires and scores! A couple of youngsters with some great patience.
Players for the Panthers over the years that are difference makers.
Here come the Pens in transition. Achari's shot is stopped by Bobrovsky. Rebound, score!
Just the line in there for Martone. Nice touch pass, and he's got Dvorak 2-on-1 with connecting. Dvorak moving up. Dvorak the shot. He scores! Zegras across Forster. Now it's Zegras. Side of the net in front. Martone save. Rebound. Martone. He scores! His first NHL goal is a game win. Little stutter step move. Around he goes. Tippett centering. Sanheim centers it back across the center. They score! Trevor Zegras with a wide open net. Buries it. Devils in the middle of the pack on the penalty kill. Zegras to Martone. Martone for Zegras. He scores! Make it 2 for Zegras. The Flyers poke it ahead. They got a 2-on-1. It's Forster and Tippett. Forster with the puck. Forster waits, holds, fires, score! Tyson Forster. It ends up on the stick of Forster going the other way. Numbers for the Flyers. Forster on the left wing to Michkov. Michkov waits this way. Zegras in front. Forster. He scores! The Devils enter the zone. They say onside. Flyers get the puck. Sealer will hoist one all the way down toward the empty net and in! Nick Sealer from long range. Moves all the way around, then up the kick plate to Konecny. Out to Martone. He'll fire one. Score! Dvorak in front with a redirect. Martone bunts it back to Forster. Drysdale. This looks a little stationary as Zegras will fire, deflects, and they score! Martone!
With our interview we had on ABC, it's a lot to process, and he's a family man now too, so that's also a factor.
Puck batted down in front. Score! Nola Char.
Konecny in across the line, waits, chips it to the middle, picks it up, and then swings it down low. Martone, he scores! Martone started it, and he ends it. Flyers come up with it. Here's Denver Barkey. Into the middle for Cates. Some room to work with. Off in the left wing, Michkov moves in, fires, and scores! They're flying at him with regularity here early, and already 3 goals on the board. This puck in the equipment of Couturier. He's got it, fires, and scores! Back to Couturier behind the net. And again, it's Ristolainen. They'll fire it to Sanheim, who blasts and scores! The Jets not score. 38 seconds of the period. Ristolainen outletting here. He's got Dvorak. Cates is joining. Dvorak to Cates. Cates the shot. He scores! Hathaway. Got it free to Couturier. Dinks and scores! Second of the night for the captain of beauty on Monday. Here's Michkov, a shot. It goes wide. Here's Cates. Off for Sealer. His shot. He scores! A steal by Cates. Tried to ram it around in front, get through, but it was blocked off. Not sure if it was Bussy or one of the Canes defensemen. Nice pass across ice. Michkov. He scores! Leaned on. Cates gets the puck back. Twirls it the other way. Forster is there. Quick pass to Martone. In front. Zegras. He waits. He fires. Save! And then it's not going to go in. It did. They score! To Bonk. Cross ice. Michkov. Atfe walking the line, he'll fire and he scores! May have been deflected in front, Martone. So he's gone to 75 and he delivers a big hit right there as he knocks Evans down. Puck into the middle, Bonk the shot, he scores! Oliver Bonk is wasting no time to make his mark in the... Cates has the longest streak in front, Cates was there, it rattles around and Michkov scores! Across the line, sidesteps a couple of checks, and then has it taken away. Then it bounces in front. Bump reaching for it. The shot. He scores! Barkey hands off to Zegras. Flies in the middle of the chain. Zegras holds. Takes it around behind the net. Takes a look. Got it out to Drysdale for the shot. He scores! Out to the point it goes. Just the line in the middle. Sanheim. Sanheim makes the move to the slot. The shot. He scores! Travis Sanheim! A beautiful move! Konechny's there, uses his glove and then his stick. Got that puck to Martone, who charges in. Martone turns with it, gets himself some space, turns again, fires and scores! Body by Clifton. Martone is there, tucks it quickly back to Dvorak. Dvorak around behind, centers at the shot, deflects free, Martone shot, and he scores! Point shot, Drysdale, deflects, save, rebound! Poke just away from Martone, he's got it now. Back out, Drysdale, Zegras one-time back, he scores! Glendening gets to the puck, centers, and hit the post. The redirection try in front, hit the post. Steele, here's Ristolainen with a shot, score! Careens into the corner, the puck pops free. Juleson, who picked up his first playoff point with an assist to seal it for a shot, they score! Holds on, back out, Drysdale. Zegras again, now Cates makes the move, the shot, he scores! 1:20 on the clock. Novak checked, Tippett's got it, he's on his way. Good luck catching him, Tippett with the empty netter. Drops it off, Tippett all the way across York. York to Zegras, Zegras in front, they score! Banks it back out, Ristolainen had to knock it down, it was bouncing. Gets it to Sanheim. Sanheim trying to range in to the zone. They get it in front for a shot, they score! He ended a long playoff drought with the empty netter in Game 4. Now he's got goals in back-to-back games. Here's Bumpin. Cuts in the shot. Score! Sanheim to Ristolainen. Great play by the Flyers to keep this puck in the zone. See if they can take advantage. Sanheim in front. They score! Sanheim set it in front. It deflects in. Michkov back to York. York Arista. Cam York from distance. And the Flyers are on their way to the second round.
Travis Konechny on the turn. Got it wide for Zegras. Centering feed. Redirected. Puck down low. Good stick. Freddie Anderson. Drysdale scores!
That still doesn't seem real.
The Phillies hadn't made a managerial move at that time. Carl Grundstrom centered out in front, and they score!
Martone now, off the stick of Blake. Play towards the net front, loose puck, Zegras scores! On the reset with York. Martone on for Zegras as he peels off the wall. Tyson Foerster waiting, shooting, he scores!
With this team just being comfortable, they're just so comfortable, you can see their game growing.
Konechny the steal, score!